Welcome back. It's National Cocktail Day, so you know we are ready to shake some things up, but this is a supervised activity. So here to help make sure that we don't get it wrong is Grant Sceney from Fairmont Pacific Rim. Hi, Grant. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much for having me. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. Even better because today is cocktail day.
Absolutely.
So tell me, what exciting things you have going on at the Fairmont Pacific Rim?
Yeah, so today we're behind Botanist Bar based in Vancouver, BC, recently named second best bar in Canada. So today we're going to make a cocktail for you for National Margarita Day. We're going to be making you a cocktail. It's the Sun Also Rises. We actually won a global competition back in 2014. It's a house favorite ever since, and it's a riff on a margarita style drink.
Okay, I love the name. Very poetic. Let's get to it. Tell us what we need to know.
So we've got to take a really nice tequila. In this case, I'm going to be using Don Julio Reposado. Nice ounce and a half there, or 45 mils. So I'm Canadian, so I'm going to talk in mils and ounces. And then what we're going to do to make this a little more interesting is we're going to add half an ounce of rum. So you're going to, what we call a split base of tequila or an aged tequila, and a nice quality rum runs a cup of there. And then once again, for the margarita, we're going to do some freshly squeezed lime juice. But in this case, to add a little bit more flavor, we're going to do some freshly squeezed grapefruit juice as well. Now, what gives us a lot of its earthy flavor is the drink called The Sun Also Rises was obviously a poetic Ernest Hemingway book. And it was a book about Ernest Hemingway's character was very grounded and very spicy. So we're going to use a tamarind cordial, which is like a date style. So it's nice and sour. And there you have it. So you've got 1 ounce of a citrus blend, you got an ounce of a syrup, and you got 2 ounces of your blend of your spirit. So you got a 2-1-1 as your recipe base. And then if you want to make your cocktail like this at home, you can split this up in any way you want. And you'll still get a nice balanced margarita style drink.
Oh, I love that. It seems like today's ingredients are very intentional. I love that.
Very, very specific indeed.
Yeah, so tell me what makes today's cocktail so great? Because I mean, it's National Cocktail Day, and while I'm sure plenty of people at home want to have multiple cocktails, we want to have the
Well, you can
best
have more
cocktails.
responsibly, of course, responsibly. Yeah, this is actually a drink. What's really fun about this one is obviously I love margaritas, something near and dear to my heart in terms of drinking style. And this, I grew up reading about Ernest Hemingway, and this said that this wins in a big bartending competition called Diageo World Class, and this won the round when I competed at global finals. So this is like a fun recipe to have. It's got a lot of storytelling to it. It connects with people that drink margaritas or sour style drinks like daiquiris and such too. So it's got a lot of, it really ties into a lot of the DNA of how I like to drink and, storytelling, which is a lot of bartending too.
I love it. I'm gonna let you shake that thing up. I know
Okay.
we love to
Thank
see
you.
it. This is perfect. And this is so easy for us to do at home too. I love that.
Exactly.
It's
Are you going to be
achievable.
shaking one up later today?
Of course. The show
Yo, you
ends at
better be.
10. I'm having a cocktail at 10:30. I don't judge.
I think 10:05, you could probably have one. So
Perfect.
also, what I've done here is I've taken a nice spice, just simple Tajin spice, which is obviously a Mexican style spice, a lime spice salt, and I've done that on the rim. We give a bit more flavor than just your regular salt. You can use any kind of salt or spice that you have at home that you like to cook with. Sometimes even like steak spices work really well. And then just strain that onto some fresh ice just there. See the nice dark, rich brown color that comes from the tamarind
Perfect.
and a little bit of fresh grapefruit.
I love
There
it.
we
It's
have.
a poetic name and a great look. Grant, thank you so much for being here. We really
Thank you so much for
appreciate it.
having me.
Yeah,
Thank you so
everybody,
much.
enjoy Cocktail
Cheers.
Day.
Have a good day,
Cheers.
guys. Bye.
All right, guys, it's time for a break. But when we get back, if you've run through Netflix and Hulu, pick up a BritBox subscription. I'm speaking to the star and writer of one of their series, and you can watch it today. Welcome back. Okay, so with all the choices we have available to us on Hulu, Netflix, and all the other streaming services, have you ever thought about BritBox? It's just like those other platforms, but you can watch shows and movies that you would normally only see in the UK. I have a subscription and my family loves it. So I was really excited to speak to actress Carla Simone Spence and writer and creator Sarah Collins all about this show. Carla and Sarah, thank you so much for being here. I cannot wait to dive in. I love period pieces, okay? And we're in America, but I actually have a BritBox subscription. But for everyone out there, please break down this series, The Confessions of Franny Langton.
I love a good period drama too. And this one is a period drama with a difference, because we have put a Jamaican woman into what is traditionally Jane Austen territory. So Franny is a young Jamaican woman, and she is brought to London in the early 19th century. She's sent to work as a maid in a Mayfair mansion. And while there, she has this very passionate, twisted, tortured love affair with her mistress, and she's accused of murdering them both, her mistress and her master, when they're found dead. And that's not a spoiler, that's how the series starts. And so the journey of the show is we're with Franny when she's trying to figure out whether she could have done this horrible thing, and she's convinced, she has to convince herself that she didn't do it, because she never would have murdered the woman she loved. And it's a murder mystery, it's a love story, it's a kind of meditation on intelligence and passion and woman's anger, and I really hope viewers will like it.
Okay, so Carla, there are so many layers to your character, Franny, in your actress brain. Like, how do you navigate and unpack all that she is?
Well, there was a lot of layers to Franny, which I enjoyed playing. I found it so incredible that I could, like Sarah says, like have that woman rage, but then also have those really tender moments with Madame and having the beautiful love story there, and also dipping into her kind of dark history. So yeah, I think, yeah, people are going to be on this crazy emotional roller coaster with her, and, they can take from it what they will. Maybe they will find Franny irritating at one point. Maybe they'll just really be rooting for her. But we don't know if she's done it. It's not clear until, it gets to further down the line in the story, because it dips into the past and the present. And we're trying to piece together with Franny, because Franny doesn't remember what happened that night. She doesn't even know if she actually did it, but she doesn't believe that she could kill the woman that she loves.
Sarah, I know this story started as a book, and sometimes when we take a beloved book and put it into a visual medium, sometimes people are iffy on tuning in, and they can be really critical. So what would you tell people who are already familiar with this story to expect when they start watching the show?
First of all, I'd beg them to go easy, because I wrote the screenplay. Pretty tough when you're adapting your own novel yourself. But I mean, I think, the lesson I've learned is that the adaptation has to be different from the book, but it also has to tap into whatever it is that is the kind of emotional core of the book. And I think the live wire of the novel for me, and the thing that kind of injects the magic into the screen translation, is this love story, which is so tender and so complicated, and quite frankly, so revolutionary, because I've certainly never seen anything like it. We're in 19th century London, we're firmly in Jane Austen territory, but the love story at the center of this is the French mistress of the Mayfair mansion and her Jamaican maid. And it's really been a privilege to follow that live wire from the novel to the screen. And, I hope viewers will connect with it and enjoy it and see what's refreshing about it, but also what's timeless and universal and kind of connects us all in these shared human experiences.
Well, I have to say thank you so much to both of you, and I encourage everyone out there in the States to get a BritBox subscription today and start watching The Confessions of Franny Langton. Thank you so much, ladies. All right, that's something you can binge today. Now, our sponsors at Jergens are all about the glow up, literally. Listen up to learn how you could win the ultimate glow kit. Check it out.
Spring is in the air, and joining us with the scoop on how to get your glow on just in time for the season is Emmy-winning host and style expert Liliana Vasquez. So how do we get our skin glowing and ready for the warmer weather?
Well, great question, and I'm so happy that you asked because Jergens just introduced its first ever Glow Day to celebrate your glow. And Glow Day is the kickstart of the season where we really prep our wardrobe and our skin for those sunnier moments ahead. It's the start of that transitional period where you start to look around, take stock of your skin, your closet, and the confidence that drives them all because glowing skin is always in. I rely on the Jergens Natural Glow Daily Moisturizers to provide a gradual sunless tan for myself and for my clients so that we feel more confident in our skin. It really enhances my skin's radiance, it gets it summer ready, and after just about a week of application, you are gonna have the most beautiful, natural looking color. And to help you celebrate Glow Day, if you spend $20 on Jergens Natural Glow products at Walmart, you'll receive a $5 Walmart gift card by redeeming it at JergensGlowDay.com. And that is not all. Jergens Skincare is actually giving 5 lucky fans the chance to win a Glow Kit, which includes the Jergens Natural Glow Collection and a $150 Summer Salt Swimmer gift card so that you can show your own glow.
Huge thank you to our sponsors at Jergens. I really hope that one of you out there wins that contest because your glow is nothing to play about, okay? Now it's time for a break, but when we get back, everything can't be DIY. Why not get some training from the Northwest College of Construction? We'll show you how. And then we'll make sure that you know the importance of saving for a rainy day and how to do it. Don't move, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Today we are taking you out to the job site. Our Nicole DeCosta recently caught up with the Northwest College of Construction to learn all about their great job training. On behalf of our sponsors at the Northwest College of Construction, let's learn more.
Want to earn while you learn? The Northwest College of Construction provides experience and hands-on training.
We offer apprenticeship programs in a number of the different trades. We have 4, 3, or 2-year programs. This is our heavy equipment operators out here today. We also have had our concrete finishers out here recently. And what we do is provide opportunities to people who want to do something that maybe are underemployed or that are looking for something new that they want to do. We have a number of people who come in much older than you would expect who say, this is what I've always wanted to do, now I'm going to do it.
Well, I enjoy it because I'm new to it, and everything is new to me, and it's just a challenge every day. And I was in the military, and I worked on airplanes, and this is different. So I'm just learning every day and just trying to do my best.
Okay, we love the phrase, earn while you learn, but with you, it's absolutely true. We're getting a job right off the bat, I understand?
Right. When you apply, you go through a process to apply, and then once you register for the program that you're interested in, we put you on a list and we get you a job. And once you get a job, then you are an apprentice. And once you're an apprentice, you'll start coming to school probably 1 night a week, depending on your program. And then after, like I said, 2, 3, or 4 years, you graduate with your Journey Workers card and you have a career. So our instructors all are experts in their field. Most of them, or a lot of them, have gone through our apprenticeship program and wanted to give back, and they want to help others to be successful like they were.
Through the apprenticeship program and through the military VA, you can get a supplement also. So a lot of people think like, oh, I don't want to, older guys like me, who are like, I don't want to go back to school, you know, to learn to get paid. Here, and when you join an apprenticeship program, you get paid, and you get paid to get paid, so through the military, so it's a good thing.
For some of our apprentices, we put them through what we call a jump start, where they get their OSHA 10 certification, flagging, first aid, and we do a little bit of hands-on with them to just, you know, help them to decide whether or not this is the thing for them, but also so that we can kind of see where their skill set is. Usually at the end of that week, we're able to rank and let you know where you're at on the list, and for some of them, get them jobs right away. But I think it's important too that they know that they do not have to come in with any construction experience. They just have to come in with a desire to want to do it, and a commitment, and a willingness to learn and to work with the instructors and with their employers. We encourage people to start with the laborers program, and then that's an much easier way to get into heavy equipment.
What would you say to folks who are at home right now and thinking about signing up?
Listen to the people front desk. They walk you through everything.
Okay.
It makes it really easy. There will be probably a small wait time, but that's just to get you where you need to go.
Want to learn more? Sign up for an info session. All the information is at nwcoc.com. Let's get started on your new career.
I know that's right. Thanks so much to our sponsors at Northwest College of Construction for this great info today. It sounds like a great career path, okay? So don't forget to visit that website, nwcoc.com, for more info. Now, there is some big news about NASA's plans to return to the moon. Even though the mission is still 2 years away, the space agency is ramping up preparations. So the Artemis 3 mission, set for 2025, will send the next man and first woman into the lunar surface. And now we are getting a look at the new spacesuit. Check it out.
This has got to be one of the most proud moments of my life, I guarantee you.
Spacesuits. To go back to the moon, NASA's closet needed a refresh.
It is the most beautiful sight.
In space, to dress for success is a matter of survival.
How hard is this? Very. It is very, very challenging. The glove bladder is just kind of the inner layer.
Russell Ralston works for Axiom Space. Last September, NASA hired the Houston Aerospace Company to build a new spacesuit for the first Artemis moon landing mission to the lunar South Pole. Here, shadowed craters are home to some of the coldest temperatures in the solar system, almost 400 degrees below zero.
Going into a permanently shaded region on the moon it's something that's never been done before by anything.
NASA spent 15 years developing its own next-generation moon suit, before outsourcing the project to Axiom. The company adapted more than half of NASA's design.
So this is it?
Yes, it's pretty close. Inevitably, we'll tweak a couple things, but in large part, that's pretty much the suit.
With one notable cosmetic difference, the color. The outer layer will be white, made of Mylar and Kevlar.
So the actual flight suit will look more like this.
What about this suit would make Neil and Buzz and the Apollo guys jealous?
Oh, probably everything. I think this suit is going to have a huge leap forward in terms of mobility.
No, dadgummit.
The Apollo suits were bulky, inflexible. Moonwalking astronauts often fell. Getting back up looked like slapstick.
It was hard work, yeah.
Charlie Duke was the 10th man to walk on the moon. He remembers even the simplest of tasks, like picking up a hammer, was a struggle.
Working against that suit was demanding, squeezing the gloves and moving the arms and trying to bend over, and so it was exhausting.
This suit will be much easier to walk in, or to do a lot of the same tasks that they did back in Apollo and more, but to do it in a little bit easier way.
Axiom engineer Russell Kelly slipped into the suit to show us how flexible it can be.
You do that pretty easily.
Oh yeah, it's not too bad.
It's a top-to-bottom redesign. The helmet's greater visibility, and these boots were made for moonwalking, thermally insulated for the moon's south pole.
Can you hit a golf ball in this suit?
I hope so. I think you can.
And until now, no spacesuit was ever designed to fit a woman.
Oh, I think it looks really cool.
Peggy Whitson is director of human spaceflight at Axiom.
I'm heading back to the pillar. Copy, Peggy.
The former NASA astronaut has spent more time in space than any American and completed 10 spacewalks wearing suits now more than 4 decades old.
In some of them, I couldn't even get my hands together. That makes it hard to do a lot of detailed and delicate tasks.
Just to have a suit that fits.
Oh, it's huge.
This 21st century spacesuit is made with 21st century technology. Laser cutters precisely slice different fabrics. These 3D printers build components, saving time and money. But some parts are still assembled the old-fashioned way. In Axiom's sewing room, we met Zach Paw. His resume includes the Houston Ballet and Cirque du Soleil. His new challenge? Space gloves.
There is definitely an added sense of responsibility with space work.
This is more exacting?
This is more exacting. Yeah, exactly.
Axiom's suit prototypes will eventually be tested here at NASA's Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory. Part of the 40-foot deep pool now simulates a South Pole lunar landscape.
We can mimic partial gravity.
NASA's Laura Kearney oversees the program and will make sure Axiom is meeting requirements.
It's going to give us a really great indication of how mobile the suit is, and again, what kind of fatigue, if anything, the crew members are going to feel after working for 6 or 7 hours.
Making a suit for an astronaut is no ordinary trip to a tailor, and Axiom knows the stakes.
I go to church with astronauts. We see them when we're getting groceries. We know their kids. The product you're making, their life is going to depend on that. So it's something we take extremely seriously.
The moon seems closer than ever, and this new suit is a big step.
All right, guys, it's time for a break. But when we get back, do you know how much money you should have in your savings account? Well, we'll tell you how important that emergency saving fund is when we get back. Welcome back. It's time to take control of our financial wellness and get that emergency savings where it needs to be. On behalf of our sponsors at Edward Jones, they're telling us how to get it done. Nearly 2 in 5 Americans' emergency funds will not last longer than 1 month. Financial expert Scott Thoma is here to share advice on how we can build emergency savings funds and improve our financial wellness. Hi, Scott.
Well, we saw several things in the survey that they were looking at prioritizing. Looking at their debt, looking at their monthly budget, looking at their emergency savings. All of these things rose to the top, which is great, but they also may be feeling, how do I make progress in all 3 of those? So we also found that working with a financial advisor to help prioritize those items and help them make progress, put them in a better position to weather the ups and downs that you inevitably face. First and foremost, the first step would be make it automatic. Many individuals have money coming out of their paycheck every month to, let's say, start saving for retirement. Do the exact same thing for your emergency fund. Make it automatic, put it in direct deposit, and that way you can sort of build it over time without really even noticing it. The second thing would be, it's tax season right now. Many individuals may be receiving a tax refund. So what a great opportunity to take that refund, use that to build your foundation. And the third thing would be, look at your budget. You may have monthly subscriptions that you're not using right now. Go through that. There's probably a lot of opportunity to be able to take some spending that you're not really using and start allocating that towards your emergency fund as well. Go to our website. It's edwardjones.com/financial wellness. Not only can you find a lot of the information I shared, but you can also find a financial advisor in your area to help get you started.
Now that's exciting info from our sponsors at Edward Jones. Having a handle on our finances feels so good. Makes me feel like an adult.